I woke up at 4 a.m. on my buddy's couch because my body suddenly decided the world would end without a glass of water. Stumbled to the kitchen and heard noises coming from Ryan's bedroom. You know, the kind of noises that scream intense furniture rearrangement. Except the furniture was my wife, with my best friend. While I was snoring peacefully 3 feet away, dreaming about tacos. I didn't burst in yelling, "Traitors!" Nope. Just turned around, crawled back to the couch, and lay there like nothing happened. Because honestly, in that moment I felt like the star of an absurdist comedy where I'm playing every single role, the cheater, the cheated on husband, and the sleeping idiot. All in one tragic package. 3 months earlier, I was the genius who hooked up with my boss's wife and thought, I'm the king of discretion. Nobody will ever know. Ha ha ha. Karma must have me on speed dial and double taps every single one of my screw-ups. Hey Reddit, it's me, Alex, 32-year-old self-sabotage world champion from the Midwest. I live in a cookie-cutter suburb where every lawn is the same shade of green and every drama is whisper quiet. Married 2 years to Kate. Dated for a year before that. Classic rom-com stuff. Cute walks, meme exchanges, lazy Sunday breakfasts in bed. I figured our marriage was like a solid Netflix series. A couple seasons of sweetness, then happily ever after. Turns out it was more like a trashy reality show called Who Betrays Who First, and I took home the grand prize. I work in marketing. My boss, Brian, is 46, a walking LinkedIn motivational poster. Perfect smile, car that gives me instant inadequacy, vacations in Europe more often than I get weekends off. His wife, Leah, oh man, Leah, the kind of woman who walks into a room and suddenly oxygen costs extra. Dark eyes, that half smile that says, I already know what you're thinking and I like it. I knew she was married. I knew Kate was waiting at home. I knew this was the dumbest idea since someone decided pineapple belongs on pizza. And I did it anyway, because genius. It all kicked off at Brian's summer company party. Pool, grilled steaks, booze flowing like it was the end times. I was in that sweet spot where one more shot makes you a philosopher. Leah and I ended up in the kitchen at the same time. Eye contact, tension, adrenaline. A few minutes later, we're in the guest bedroom upstairs. Quick, impulsive, pure, what-if energy. When it was over, she fixed her dress, air-kissed near my cheek, and strolled downstairs like she just went for ice. I walked back down, grinning like I'd won the lottery. Thought to myself, one time doesn't count. It's research. Research continued. 3 more times over the next 2 months. Every single time I swore, this is the last one, I'm a grown-ass man, I'm done. Every time it played out exactly like that one last cigarette meme. I felt like a secret agent. Covert meetups, 0 texts after 11 p.m., Leah, the perfect actress. And me, I was just soaking up the thrill of being special. Because cheating is like hot sauce on a boring life, right? Wrong. It's like tossing gasoline into a microwave. Boom, incoming. Then, bam. Kate finds one text. Leah wrote something like, last night was risky, but I'm still smiling. Kate didn't smash the phone, didn't scream. Just showed me the screen, said, got it, and walked to the bedroom. I sat in the kitchen till dawn, waiting for the apocalypse. Morning comes, she walks out like normal, kisses my cheek and asks, oatmeal or toast? I nearly choked on my own spit. Her eyes turned robot cold, polite, empty, terrifying. Way scarier than any yelling. I braced for divorce, blow-up fights, getting fired. But Kate? She decided to play 4D chess while I was still figuring out checkers. 3 weeks later, Ryan's birthday. My best friend since college. The guy who stood next to me at our wedding. The one I'd trust with my life, or to hide a body. Party was lit. Beer, shots, music blasting, everyone having a blast. I drank until one more, and I'm officially a vegetable. Passed out on the living room couch. Woke up thirsty. Headed to the kitchen, and heard it. From Ryan's bedroom. Those noises. I froze. Door cracked open. Saw just enough for my brain to blue screen with a 404 error. Kate and Ryan. Together. That very night. While I was out cold like the king of losers. I didn't storm in screaming, "Betrayal of the century." Didn't turn it into a soap opera scene. Just turned around, went back to the couch and lay there thinking, "Well played, Alex. You didn't just cheat, you engineered the perfect boomerang. Direct hit to the face, plus bonus best friend edition." Morning rolls around. Kate comes out fresh as a daisy after rain, kisses my temple and goes, "Coffee with milk, babe." Ryan looked like he'd just sold his soul and was already regretting the price tag. I smiled, because the alternative was howling like a wounded animal. It's been 5 months now. Kate and I are still married. Same bed. Morning coffee, evening Netflix. We talk about the weather, bills, weekend plans. But between us, Arctic-level silence. Antarctica is jealous. We both know everything. We both say nothing. Nobody files for divorce. Guess we're both too lazy, too scared of being alone, or just too used to this cozy hell. At work, Brian still slaps me on the back and calls me bro. Offers post-work beers. Leah left him a couple months back. Not because of me. She just said, "Enough," and moved to California. Like it was a movie montage. Ryan now takes 3 days to reply to texts and looks anywhere but at me. And me? Every morning I wake up thinking, today I'll fix this. Then I go make coffee and stay the same idiot. Sometimes I watch Kate reading on the couch and think, we could have been that yogurt commercial couple. Then I remember Leah. Remember that night at Ryan's. And realize we're like 2 ex-boxers after 12 brutal rounds. Both on the ropes, but neither wants to be the first to hit the canvas. So yeah, Reddit. I cheated on my wife with my boss's wife. She got even with my best friend. Right while I was snoring like a champion loser next door. Now we're stuck in a marriage that looks fine from the outside, and inside is basically that everything is fine meme with flames in the background. Moral of the story? If you're sitting there thinking, just once, and it'll be fine, listen to Uncle Alex, the living proof that karma isn't just a bitch. She's got killer comedic timing. They always find out. Always. And when they do, it's not dramatic yelling and thrown plates. It's this. Quiet, cold, endless stand-up routine called How I Ruined My Own Damn Life. Thanks for reading my tragicomedy. If you've got a similar dumpster fire of a story, drop it below. Maybe we'll laugh together at how brilliant we all are. Or at least stop waking up thinking, today's the day I become a functioning adult. P.S. Divorce? Not yet. Silence is way too convenient. P.P.S. Yeah, I'm a walking gift to humanity. Still shocked myself.